Annyeonghaseyo from Korea and welcome to Next Matcha. Today we're cooking bulgogi. Bulgogi means fire meat. Bit of a Korean lesson here for you, but bul is fire and gogi means meat. So, fire meat. And it's perfect because it's a hot summer at the moment, so it's a great idea, get in the kitchen and get hot. We're gonna get that pan going and we're gonna fry everything up. Follow along with this recipe, it's a super fast 10-minute version. You basically make the marinade, let it sit with the meat, chop your vegetables up and then fry it up. It's so easy and anyone can do it. Let's begin. I've been living in Korea for nearly half my life now, and on this channel I cook a new Korean recipe every week. So come back next week and see what else I'm cooking, as well as some of my past recipes. I've got a few interesting ones on there, and they're all beginner friendly. If I can cook it, and so can you guys. So let's get back to this recipe though. We've made our marinade and we are mixing it up. Stir it in nicely with the meat, and you want to let the meat sit for a little bit. So what better thing to do than cut those vegetables. Put it to the side and get cutting. You can slice them up depending on how you like them. I'm probably slicing the onions a little smaller than most people do, but I don't like big chunks of onions. Mushrooms and things like this are kind of optional, though I do find the mushroom adds a lot of taste to the bulgogi that you just miss out on if it's mostly based on onion. Red pepper, once again, also optional, but I find it adds a little bit of color and a tiny amount of spice. Don't worry too much though, it doesn't add any, it's not going to make it hugely spicy if you're using red peppers like this. Just don't use the dried chilies, that will definitely create a strange flavor. Make sure you're mixing everything up so all the delicious marinade is getting in there in between all the pieces of meat as well as your vegetables. And then put it to the side and let it sit. Now the best way to cook this is to do it in smaller batches. If you put too much in, the water comes out of all those vegetables and the meat and it ends up boiling instead of frying. We want to stir fry this. If you've ever had bulgogi at different types of restaurants, you'll find the main difference is how watery to how dry it is. Some bulgogi is very crispy and others is very almost watery, and it does look like a boiled meat. And honestly, that has a good flavor depending on how you do it. But this recipe is designed to be cooked, to be fried, not quite crispy, but well cooked meat and well seasoned meat. The meat's the champion here. Throw on some sesame there on top and you've got yourself a delicious dish. There's more than enough sauce, it's not too dry, so it'll mix well with the rice. And it's a little bit sweet, which is the most important thing when you're having bulgogi. It's not really a spicy one. Alright, let's eat. Fire meat is good. Fire meat is perfect. A little bit sweet, salty, and fire. That's the key part. It's well cooked. A little bit of crispiness to it. Got our mushrooms, delicious. They're not too watery. The mushrooms were cooked well. They sucked in all that flavor from that beautiful marinade we made. And so it was perfect the way it came out. And look, such a good cut of meat. Nice fatty cut, thin sliced cut. So it's come out really well. But we're in trouble with the wife. So don't eat it with some rice. Oh, perfect. More fire meat.
Mm.